Gospel Diaries, Episode 20, The Davis Sisters.
I like when she do that. Meet me.
Alright, cool. What up, Gospel Diaries? I am in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am so honored, and I say that a lot, but I really mean, and I'm stressing and putting emphasis on honor. I am honored to be in the home of the Dublins, and they are descendants. They are the heirs of the world-famous Davis sisters, and this is just remarkable right now. I have Sister Darlene right here. Say hello to the people.
Hi, how are you?
And Mr. Kevin right there.
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing?
You know, what's amazing is a lot of times we embrace people that are before us, you know, the stars, the individuals, the mouthpieces and things of that sort, but we never really hear from their heirs. We never really hear from their children, and I think this is remarkable. So just start here. You knew your mom well. First of all, what was your mother's name?
Audrey. Mine was Audrey.
Okay. And where was she in line with the Davis sisters? Like, was she the first, third?
She was the third.
The third. Okay.
Hi,
Edna, then our sister, then my mom.
So I think that's perfect place.
Because
So go
then
ahead.
what comes behind her? Thelma was behind my mother.
So what was your grandparents' name?
Henry, Bishop Henry,
And Lavinia.
and Lavinia.
So this was Thelma, Ruth, and all of that. Was
Yeah.
grandparents.
Mother and father.
Mother and father, yeah.
Did you ever get a chance to meet them?
Nah, we met.
The grandpa.
We met Grandpa.
We met Papa.
Really?
Papa.
How was he
Yeah,
like?
we
Well,
met
how was he
Papa.
like? How was he like?
He was straightforward.
Straightforward.
He ain't play no games with you. You know, he was straightforward. And but my grandmother Lavinia, she was like, she was a rock.
Wow.
She'd go to church. I mean, 8 days a week if she could. You know what I mean? But she also
Saved and sanctified.
and
Every
also,
day, all day.
also maintained a home. She maintained a home,
Really?
and a lot of things she put in them, it was valid because like my aunt Frida, who wanted to sing, she could sing, the youngest, but they wouldn't allow her to sing or go on the road with them or nothing because she wasn't of age yet. Now you can sing locally, we sing over there, but when it coming out of Philadelphia, you ain't going nowhere. So Lavinia ain't play that, and then she put it in them. Ruth wouldn't have that. She said, wait till you get a little older. But what started it was my Aunt Edna. You know, she was an amazing singer, but she was just she was in love with her husband and family life. She didn't she didn't want to do it.
Travel the road. Yeah.
So they did everything to try to keep her to sing. She was amazing. You think Ruth was incredible? Edna was powerful, man. Edna was something else. And they don't speak about Edna like because people don't know. But Edna started the group.
Edna.
My
So
Aunt
she's
Edna.
the oldest.
She was the oldest. She was incredible.
You have a picture of her?
Not offhand,
Well,
but I can send it. I can give it to you.
Okay.
My Aunt Edna. She was incredible.
So tell me this, you know, living in Philadelphia, and of course your mother, your aunts, they're a very intricate part or piece of the golden age of gospel music. They
Right.
literally steered
I like
gospel and ushered gospel into modern day, into the contemporary gospel
Yeah.
that we know of today. So how have that been a benefit for you, being that your mother was a trendsetter in the golden age of gospel?
Man, it's incredible because it makes me. I know my mom is part of history, and you can't write the history out. That's why I'm so grateful.
We were young.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for you.
Coming up, we were young, and so we got like the tail end, some in, but we were young.
Right.
You know, as they were in their
Yeah.
fame. You know,
We was
so a lot of
How can I
what
say
heard,
we was?
some of what we seen.
We were we were spoiled. Like we had somebody to take us to school.
Babysitters.
They had somebody babysitters while they go on the road.
We had babysitters.
They had somebody, and they had people to take us to school, bring us back. And like I said earlier, that's why I'm so grateful to you.
Nannies, but you know, babysitters, nannies.
We like to keep it. I'm grateful to you because you made it. like known, like can't forget that. And I'll be laughing because I say, man, you can't write my mom and my aunt out of history. And when I see some of the things and I look at some of the videos on the YouTube and stuff, I'm like, wow.
Me too.
Our
I'll
sister,
be like that.
our sister was
I
incredible.
listen to him every night. Every night I'm listening to him.
And it was funny because when you see it, I don't think I lived that. I remember we was playing in the house and they go outside with that ball, and they sit there and they strike out a record, not even record, but they rehearsal, and no microphones, just a piano, right? And they always sitting to get their part. Now when they stop, they say, "Oh, well, you didn't do this. You got to bring this up. You got to do this. You got to do that." You know. And I
see that one with our sister where she had no mic and she had that choir behind her.
Oh,
on the right road.
On the right road now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on.
I'm sure I have.
It was on the what was that show? Gospel Time.
Oh, Gospel Time.
With my man the mouth. What's his name? Lord the preacher. Reverend Joe May.
Brother Joe May.
Reverend Joe May. Yeah. Reverend Joe May. And
you seen it?
You know,
and she had to have no microphone.
And those times was incredible. That's how they got Aunt Jackie. See, Jackie was adopted by my mother.
Wait, so
Jackie Verdell.
Yeah. So did your mom raise her in a sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mama, what happened? They went to Detroit to sing at Reefer Franklin's father's church, CL. When they get there, Reefer, Jackie, and all them had their choir.
Say that one more time. Call Aretha's name again.
Aretha. Aretha. They go there to sing. When they go to sing, my aunt sister, oh man, they bring the building down. Can you imagine that night? Reefer, my aunt sister, Jackie, my mother, and her sisters. Oh my God, it was incredible. Wow. It was so incredible. Jackie go to CL. Say, look, I'm going back with them. And my mother, that's from that day forth. She been on
Franklin.
The Reefer's father. Brought her right in. Boop. Brought her right in. Wow. Brought her right in. So a lot of people didn't know. You know that. And my mom and Reefer would talk all the time. She called my mom Aunt Rachel. Called mom with something, you know. And that was it. I see Dionne Warwick, Dee Dee Warwick, you know. All of them. I see all the guys. The Alex Bradford, James Cleveland. The day
Lou Rawls before he became really Lou Rawls.
Yeah. Like Donny Hathaway. Oh yeah. The week before he killed himself or was murdered, whatever, he was sitting in my mother's house playing the piano.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It blew my mind. Blew my mind. And then when I see the documentary of him, and I see that he has some mental problem stuff, I can see why he was like a drifter. Wow. What made him come to North Philly on Cambridge Street? We grew up like 4 blocks from here, 5 blocks from here on Cambridge Street, 1300 block. And what made that man, lead that man that way to come there? And to see him play that piano, man, was incredible.
The 5 Blind Boys, Soul Stirs.
Yeah. 5. We related to them.
I'm just saying, you name them.
We related. We related to them because J.T. Clinkscales was my uncle because my father's sister married J.T. Got a baby by
5 Blind Boys in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Because it was 2 sets of 5 Blind Boys.
Right. Mississippi and something Alabama. You know, so we seen all the gospel greats. We lived it, and I'm like, wow. Every year we had a new car. My sister had a new car. My mother had a car. She didn't even know how to drive. You know, they were signed to a major label, and I think
Savoy, wasn't it at that time?
Yeah, but I think in the RCA.
Yeah.
I think the Ward, Claire Ward, because she got them. She told them on that label, listen, I got a group in Philly, you got to hear them. And they took them, boom.
And my mom's best girlfriend was Albertina
Walker.
Really?
Yeah, it's my mom's best friend. You know, so we done seen it all, man. And then like a lot of people don't know, it was 2 albums one year with the same, with the same picture. Same, cause my aunt sister got mad at my aunt Frida. Yeah, family stuff, that argument. She said, I'm out. She goes to New York with my cousins. So the record label gets in touch with her, try to backdoor her, say, look, we're going to make an album. It's an album, and it say Ruth Davis. And
you talking about the one that says in concert?
Is it what? I'm not sure, but it say Ruth Davis and the Davis sisters. Right. You don't see no picture.
Right.
Then you got one that see her picture with my mother and them, but
Oh, you talking about the one with the picture of the church?
right.
Right.
It was two of them albums. One of them albums, it was my
The
sister.
Davis sisters. When you mean when our sister did it by herself?
Right, and they questioned, and they was like, hold it.
Yeah.
And then when she didn't feel good about it. Because she said, well, I done sang my sisters all my life.
Wow.
So she goes to the record label and say, listen, I'm out. Whatever y'all trying to do, I'm out. I'm going back to my sisters.
Yeah.
So that's how they got the two albums out. You know, but she recorded both of them, but only one album had her sisters on the album. You know.
She's getting ready to stir up her own group. Changed her mind.
And changed her mind. Said, nah, I'm going back home. I ain't with this.
You know, it's just amazing just hearing these stories, but I'm going to
living them.
I'm telling you, Lord have mercy.
Man,
Just
living.
hit me on my forehead. Bless me one more time. Hit me on the forehead.
I'm telling you.
I said you might have to do it again. Anyway, look, we'll be back. I'm going to play some of the Davis sisters, and we'll be back. All right, see y'all later.
Summer skies and holly timber all succeed the bright sunshine. There's a land of perfect day where the mist is rolled away. We will understand it better. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, bye, 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 bye. When the morning comes, when the morning comes, when all things, all the things, all God gathered home, He gathered home, tell the story of how we overcome, how we overcome, and we'll learn understand it better, understand it better.
All right, what up, Gospel Diaries? Listen, I'm back, and I'm in the well-capable hands of this beautiful family today.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so now I want to stress, you know, put some emphasis on your mother,
Right.
Miss Audrey, right?
Man, the
So-
diva.
Yeah, the diva. So talk about your mom.
My mom was incredible. She was a juggler, I say, because she had juggled a family, right, and did all the things housewives does: clean, cook, house immaculate,
And sang.
and sang and traveled, and kept all her little hair. Had her own station in the house with just her hair, station for her clothes. She go upstairs in the house in the house coat or smock or something, cause she's doing the housework. But she go upstairs and come downstairs. You be like, whoa, sharp, and she designed these robes. You know, she was the glue. Even though she liked to play the back,
She was more like the mother of the group.
she was the mother of the group because a lot of things my sister didn't want to do.
Which one?
Ruth, my Aunt Ruth, Ruth Davis.
call her our sister.
We call her sister.
Oh, okay,
Things she didn't want to do. My mother said, "Come on now, listen."
She's the only one that could talk to her.
She's the only one that could talk to her. All the rest of them, they said, "Well, I ain't messing with sister," but my mom could talk to her. Cause we was going somewhere. One concert, she said, "I ain't going, cause I don't want to wear no high
They
heels."
was going to
The Met. It was going to the Met.
Yeah,
And my aunt sister, like, I don't like them shoes. I like the other shoe. So they said, well, look, these shoes go with the road. She said, I ain't wearing them. So my mom said, you gotta wear the shoes. So she wound up putting the shoes on. Cause my mom said, listen, we're going out there, we're gonna have a concert. You gotta wear them shoes. So she said, I carry them. So she carried the shoes and wore her house shoes. And when she got to the vineyard at the Met, the London Day Met, she put the shoes on and rocked the building. Rocked the building. And that's when they brought Jackie out. Well, they brought her at other place, but this homecoming, she came here, and it was like unbelievable.
Wow.
Aunt
You
Jackie
know,
was something. She was unbelievable.
You know, you sound very, very proud
Yeah.
of your
'Cause we-
heritage, and which is good.
That's my
Like
history.
Reverend CL said at Aretha's recording in L.A. He says, yeah, I'm paraphrasing something like, I'm proud of, like I would be it would be a shame if I wasn't proud of my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
By him being the youngest, he was the youngest, so he was the one just right up under them, you know, just adoring it and enjoying it. You know?
I was there when I was sister. I don't know the guy's
Always
name.
been like that.
I don't know the guy's name. He was a record executive. He tried to cut the money differently. And my sister was like, my roof was like,
I'm trying to think of his name, Jim.
I'm not gonna do that. If I get what I get, my sister will get the same thing. You know. So one thing about that, I think the reason why they read my history a lot of time, cause they wasn't.
You talking about Lord Gas?
No, it wasn't him.
Look,
Cause
yes.
there's a guy named Lord. His name was Lord.
Lord
Just
Gas.
like Lord, and his last name was Gas. He was,
Lord
boy,
Gas.
listen, he was something. But he but I think because they didn't how can I not sell out, but they didn't you wasn't going to have them like have a meeting with you, have a separate meeting, you know. Nah, if you got something to say, you say it in front of me and my sisters.
Wow.
And my Aunt Ruth, she ain't play no games, man. She was soft spoken, but when she come put her foot down, that was it. And the only person that talked to her was my mother, which was Audrey. You know, Audrey handled that. Audrey, she had all the meals.
My mom had four of us.
There was four of us.
2 girls,
And my
2
mom
boys.
made all the meals just for us, but for Frida, my
Everybody
Aunt
ate.
Frida, her
Everybody ate.
children, my
Very
Aunt
sweet
Mary
person.
and her children. My Aunt Mary, because that's my Uncle Bernard's, their brother. That was their brother's wife. Her children, and everybody, we had like, the table would go from back there to up here. Everybody eat at one time. Everybody eat at one time. And she'd sit there and make sure everybody ate, you know, and then the people on the street, you know, in our neighborhood, we could leave our door open and won't nobody mess with it. Oh, that's Miss Origin, that's the Davises, man.
What was the childhood home address?
1312 West Cambria.
1312
West Cambria. 1312 West Cambria.
Is that building still up? Or?
Nah, it fell down. It fell down, yeah.
Probably fell
The
under
roof.
anointing.
Yeah, I say that too. You know, it was so much. Hey man, we had so much. They went to, what was it? Israel, not Israel. Australia. They went to Australia. I think Michelle went with them. They went to Australia, and they came back. And my mother took
When
real.
they went to Switzerland.
Switzerland and all that.
Yeah.
They went over there, and my mom took real ill because she was a diabetic, and over there got a lot of rich food, and the climate, and
everything
she
changed.
couldn't
You
eat,
go
but
that
she
far.
like she wanted to eat, you know. But they went over there, they rocked the house, and they came back. When they came back, my mom just was, just like totally declined.
What year did your mom pass away?
81, 81, 82, 81.
81.
81. My mom died at a young age, man. My mother was 51 years old. 51 years old.
That's how old you are now?
No, that's how old my father was.
Oh, I'm going to say,
Yeah.
you were 51. You
Oh,
got
good.
that's
51.
Yeah.
real anointed.
Yeah.
Give me some of what you taking.
Yeah.
I had to turn around
It
for
was-
that one. Jesus.
It was,
Lord
it,
have
my, like I said, my mother was just, man, it was like a rock of Gibraltar or something. Anything we wanted,
Let me turn this
she'd make it
on.
happen.
Wow.
She'd make it happen. She wouldn't take it. She said, we'll work on it. And he'd be like, but ma, you know, she's like, we'll work on it, don't worry about it.
Yeah, Joe, what are you doing?
And then she had a serious side because when I was going to go to,
You coming over?
I was a pretty good athlete in high school. I did it all.
This is my uncle Bernard, my mom and them only brother, daughter. That's who's
Tubby.
calling.
Really?
Thelma.
Hey,
She named after my aunt, Thelma.
is she coming over?
You coming over?
So I was, and I was recruited.
Oh, okay.
So the guy came from West Virginia to get me, and my mother was sitting there. She done made a nice meal. The man,
Your mom didn't tell
he
you
tearing the
she-
food up.
What they talking
So,
right now. His
so
name
she
is,
asked me, say,
Eric.
so you saying you come to recruit my son Kevin? So he said yes. She said, well, okay. So how much we got to pay? So the man said, it's nothing, ma'am. He just got to sign the letter of intent. He's gonna come to our school. Blah 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 blah. She like, okay, all right, that's good. What about his education? What about the books and all that? They said everything.
You gotta come over.
So
I
she,
don't
so he said, everything's included.
know.
She said, okay. So, but she kept asking me how much we got to pay. So the man kept saying, it was a scholarship, it's free. So she said, ain't nothing free. Now he gonna pay something. So he said, well, he got to pay. He got to, he got to graduate. That's his only payment. He got to graduate from high school. So my mother was like, graduate from high school? You can take him right now, because he going to graduate. You might as well take him down there right now, let him get comfortable, and we'll mail you his diploma. I said, no, mine don't work like that. She said, well, that's where it's going. And I kept telling her, I said, well, I might not want to go to West Virginia. I might want to go someplace else. She said, let me tell you something. You must be outside your mind. That man came and said, he ate my food. He said he going to let you go down there for free. That's where you going. Now, I don't care what nobody else talk about. You might as well pack your bag because you going there. I said, what's something up? Well, we ain't worried about that. We worried about what's on the table. So my mother was like, it's like everything, man. Then she turned around and Then she turned around and they have a rehearsal. She said, come on, get the rehearsal. And they raise the windows up, you know, and they get busy. Wow. They would get busy. I mean, people on the porch, man, standing out front. You know, right across the street from us was a firehouse. We grew up, and the firemen would come and just stand there to the whistle blow for them to go out to attend the fire. But they were standing. They had the whole neighborhood like that. I didn't see my mom talk to.
I think it was just the music and just the music and the just everybody just felt so.
And the camaraderie, because they were so. Everybody, because they were just such good people.
Gospel just didn't seem like gospel
until they sung it.
The norm.
And when they heard them sing it, they'd say, wow. And then, like, I seen my mom talk to the most violent criminals in our neighborhood. Wrapping around her finger. I said, baby, why you going to do that?
Why you going to do that?
Don't do that.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
She had a way with words.
She had a way with words. I seen her make that boy put the gun down. He get ready to shoot the man right in front of our house. She said, babe, why would you do that? And he said, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, man. Shook the dude in. The dude went that way, and another one went that way. My mom, she was like,
she had that warm,
she was something, man. She was something. Yeah, people see us walking down the street, say, Miss Audrey, your mom? I'm like, yeah. Man, your mom, good folk, man. Y'all all right? We say, yeah, we good. Yeah. All right, man. Tell Miss Audrey I say hi. And they'll walk by and say, hey, Miss Audrey, says, hey, baby, how your mama doing? He be like, she okay, whatever. Or they might say, oh, she's not doing too good. She's in the hospital. My mom get together. Come on, let's go around there and take some food and take some around to that woman and them babies.
Yeah, because she had 4 of us, but we always had a lot of people in the house. Yeah. I mean, it's like she had a whole lot of kids. Everybody was there.
Everybody kids.
Up, get out of school, change their clothes,
they come right to our house.
Yeah, sit there, sing, listen, look.
They downstairs rehearsing with the piano and doing their thing that they do. We might be upstairs in the backyard on the front porch.
I used to have like a headache, like learning how to play the piano. I'd be like,
Wait, you play the piano?
I don't want to play the piano. I was learning. I don't want to play the piano.
Sit
there. Oh my God. Let me hurry up and do this so I can get up and get outside.
You know that ain't the right note. And I Gimpy, she was something. Cynthia. What was Cynthia?
So much fun.
What was it? Cynthia what, John? What was Gimpy's last name?
Ruthie Baker.
No, I forget, but Cynthia.
We called her Aunt Gimpy.
We called her Aunt Gimpy all our life. She was a stickler for the rules too.
Wow.
You know. She was a disciplinarian.
Like Amajine.
Man, I love Amajine. I love
Amajine Green.
Oh, yeah.
Then we had Layla, who was
I like that
she was burnt in the fire.
Aunt Jackie and Amajine.
Right.
I'm on the right world now. She had that voice.
Yeah.
I'm like, I listen to that every night.
We miss Amajine. You know. See, that's what I say. They were before their time because some of the things they were doing. She
sounded a little like Shirley Caesar in a way to me.
A little bit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Is it Shirley Caesar or Dorothy Norman? She got that voice.
I don't know.
And I see a lot of people.
She's more like the Davis sisters to me.
Yeah.
That woman.
Yeah.
And
see, like Tyrese, the R&B singer, he had said something one time. He said it would be no Clark sisters if it wasn't for the Davis sisters, and that's such a true statement. Cause my mom was in, like you said, CL spoke about his daughter Aretha. That's how I feel about my mom because I done seen it. There's nothing you could There's nothing you could tell me. I done seen Alice Bradford sit in my house, Mr. James Cleveland.
Wait a minute. Now you just hit a chord right there.
Alice Bradford.
Now that's not.
Yeah. Alex Bradford.
Yeah. So on that note,
with that little beanie on his head, he had I said, what kind of hat is that? He had a little French, what you call
name
it?
them,
The tam.
They came by.
He's the,
I can only. Oh,
and
God.
he's with a little tam. And he the first person I seen with an ascot. He had thing on. He was, man. He was it. You know. Hey, Lester, let me tell you something. He had his ascot on. Move that for me. Yeah, you know he was real Hollywood, man.
Yeah, he was.
Well, I just do something else. Excuse me, can you go get me some water and put
he was Hollywood before he got Hollywood.
Yeah, and put 4 cubes in it, just 4. I'm like,
my brother reminded me.
I go get man. He's
Hollywood.
like, that's too many cubes.
Camera don't
Take
own
some of
button.
take some of them out. He's to crack me up. Take some of them out. I only want it 4.
So we got to be talking like early 70s, right? Or late 60s?
Yeah.
Early
He,
70s.
okay, because he died 78.
Yeah,
Man,
early
Alex
70s.
Bradford was something else. You talking about?
Too close to heaven.
You talking about him? Man, listen. He be sitting there with that little, like I said, the little tam. He put that little tam on his head.
It just he was Hollywood.
Yeah. And he had the ascot on. He come in
You couldn't
shoes.
tell him he wasn't
He take his coat off. I was like, this guy,
Yeah,
man.
he used to throw that
Man,
mink coat
listen.
off like it was
Hey,
nothing.
he take his mink
Rita,
coat off and
her brother,
sling that thing over there. I'm like, yo, man, he's so funny. One time we sit on the couch. He came in. Audrey, come on down
They
here.
had personality. They had like they were just
No, it was.
fun
They
to
can.
be around.
They was great to be around, and them people that come, like the CLs or Cecil, which was Reefa's brother. He was her road manager at one time.
C.L. Franklin.
This was the pop, and Cecil Jr.
Right.
was the
son.
Was the road manager, and he come and they park their caddies and they Lincolns whatever outside the house, and they can.
Yeah,
that's where they can.
Yeah.
They can relax. They can be themselves. You know what I mean? That's why Alex Bradford came like he did, and Reefa and CL and
Lou Rawls used to share the room with Junie.
yeah, with
Our
cousin Junie. They said same room.
Share
You
room.
know,
Wow.
so there's never where you can get turned down. If you get the 1312 Cambridge Street, you got a place to stay. You're gonna
Something to
eat.
eat.
You're going whatever.
Yeah.
And it was a
Good
balance.
music.
It was a balance.
Y'all got a
'Cause-
piano here?
Eddie
No.
Brown.
Yeah, Eddie Brown was
You
the
talking
closest.
Rosie
Rod's husband.
Okay.
He was the. Listen, my mom adopted him. You know, a lot of people don't know his sister was backup singer for Elvis, and Eddie was in their group for a bit with the pianos and stuff like that. Then he came home. That's when I think he's in the service. He married Rose.
Military,
And he was a piano playing dude, and he could sing, but he wouldn't sing unless he was with. But he'd sing other places. But when he's with my mom, he did something totally different.
Yeah, it came out.
It come
the
out.
vibe was good. The
the
vibe was comfortable and warm.
Man, he could be
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
Eddie could be himself.
Sing and play his heart out.
Sing and play his heart out, man. He was something else.
Well, look, we're going to play some more music and we'll be right back. All right?
Yeah.
See y'all later.
My Uncle Curtis was a
The piano player.
was a jazz man. He loved the Lord, but my sister said, "Look, that's what I need right there." So he came in the group with the Hammond piano, and you know what else used the Hammond? Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Ray Charles' wife was my aunt sister's best friend.
Wait, Curtis W. So he married your aunt?
He married my mother.
That's
His
not-
brother.
Wait.
His brother. Listen, this how the Dublin get in.
Okay.
My mother.
He said, just had to doubly get in.
My mother married Wilbert Dublin,
Okay, so that's Curtis.
Curtis's brother.
Okay.
Now, when they married, he was a teller. Sharpest man I've seen in my life. Was my father. Sharpest man I've seen in my life. Bar none. Bar none. Suit. He was the teller. He made all their gowns, their robes, all that stuff.
This is good information.
But my mother was the blueprint of it. Look, we want this and that and this. Can you make that? He'll make it. He was a streamers. Wilbur Dublin.
So
Now Wilbur's brother was Curtis,
The piano.
the
player.
piano.
No, was he was in the he was playing for the group before your mom married his brother? Or no?
No, Curtis was in the group,
He was already in the group
and that's how
before-
my mother met.
Interesting.
Right, and
Wilbur.
I'm telling you, man, there was something. And then once he was a piece. Once he came, they had Jackie, they had all of them together. They music. He'll understand. Like I said this before.
Man,
He understand.
that's a
12
good
gates.
Lucy Campbell.
All of them 12 gates to the city.
I like Cinnamon.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Cinnamon. I love that.
Old Landmark.
Let's go back to the old landmark.
Yes.
And
yes.
Y'all, in the comment section, I want y'all to type in y'all favorite songs by the Davis sisters.
Yeah.
And the songs that he mentioned, if you never heard them, or never heard them before,
Google
type
it.
Google it.
And it's a dynamite piece,
also,
man.
while I have this on my mind, because I don't want to forget, I'm going to get their email address, because I'm a firm believer that when we as a people are inspired, we do better at aiming towards our goals and our dreams. And a lot of times, we just need that inspiration. You never know. That word comes in the right moment.
That's
so
right.
I'll put that email address. And listen, seriously, the Davis sisters may not physically be here anymore, but their family is here. Show love while they're here.
How you calling that off? Right here is Mommy. There you go. I just want to see if you